when ignorance becomes a norm, entire masses of people can be easily swayed to firmly believe the unreal to be real. The crucial factor in society that enables a select few to manipulate their minds is the ignorance of the masses, which basically stems from blind beliefs that numb their brains and sheer laziness to make a move to get out of ignorance. People come to my blog, watch some of my videos, and ask me what they should do to change their lives. Almost everyone wants instant solutions, and they are even willing to pay for shortcuts. One should not overlook the fact that even the act of going to a religious place and praying for what one wants is a form of seeking shortcuts. But the truth is that everything has a price, and everything is part of the never-ending cause and effect chain. Asking someone or God to give them what they want could only mean that the so-called God changes his plans to suit the needs of the one praying. So what about the others? Do their lives get destroyed because someone else prayed and got things done by God to do the things their way? Really? So what happens when two entities at war with each other pray to the same God? Who do you think God will bless with special favors? How many people really dare to make massive changes in their lives, have the courage to travel around, experience and learn more and evolve? Krishna says in Shloka 7:19, therefore, after innumerable births, the one who has perfected his or her wisdom, understanding fully my universal reality, surrenders to me, and such an individual is very rare. So, with a default state of mind of wanting to maintain the status quo, people tend to look for easy ways out, shortcuts, middlemen and women who can help them achieve success through the short path, which is a form of corruption or fraud. It is because people want something without really working for it. When did Krishna say in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita to go to his temples, perform meaningless rites and rituals with the mammary milk of poor voiceless animals, sing songs in his praise, chant mantras the whole day and do nothing else? The clear instruction in the second chapter is that you only have the right to work, but never to claim its results. The results of your actions should never be your motive. But at the same time, you should not be attached to inaction. Then why do people perform religious rites to fulfill personal desires? Vedanta and the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Shloka 1866 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita does not mean that one should have blind belief in Krishna. Krishna says in 1866, giving up all your ideas of righteousness or religion, take complete refuge in me. I will liberate you from all sinful reactions, do not fear. It means give up all the nonsensical ideas you might have in the name of religion, and by adopting the logical analysis and reasoning provided throughout until the 18th chapter, become one with Krishna. The entire purpose of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is to guide people to shed their false beliefs and take to a rational study of truth. The process is very simple with 3 stages. 1. Siddhanta, a question, idea, concept, or theory. That's where you begin. 2. Sadhana, the means to study, including reading, listening, researching, analyzing, debating, etc. 3. Siddhi, final understanding, internalization, and experience, known as anubhava in Sanskrit. Scientists don't believe anything without evidence, do they? Remember that Vedanta is the science of all sciences. Reason and logic in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita talks about reason and logic and never about belief. Shloka 13.4 or 13.5 in some editions. Great sages have sung about the absolute truth in various ways. They have stated the truth in Vedic hymns and have described it in the Brahma Sutras through reason and logic with unambiguous evidence. Shloka 4.34 says, acquire knowledge through reverence to teachers who have known the truth, serve them and ask them questions until all of them are answered. The wise who know the truth will teach it to you. Definition of religion. Religion is a system of beliefs, practices and values often centered around the worship of a higher power or divine beings. It typically involves rituals, moral guidelines, and a community of followers who share the same belief and faith. Did you find anything related to reason, rationality, science, inquiry, or logic in this definition? Vedanta, the pinnacle of Vedic studies. Vedanta is the highest point of Vedic studies, right from the basic Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, to the Jnana Kanda of the Upanishads. If you're interested in changing your life completely and are willing to clear your mind of all the unfounded beliefs you have been trained by your elders to blindly believe, please feel free to contact me. I do not talk about miracles performed by some man in a cave, one with a long beard or another with fuzzy hair. Out here, it is pure Advaita Vedanta, non-dual Vedanta, and the compact and best manual for attaining the highest understanding of the non-dual, all-pervading self is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. A real shift to Vedanta is a complete change with no traces of illogical or irrational ideas sticking in the mind in the name of belief, asta, religion, or whatever. Before you heal someone, ask him if he's willing to give up the things that make him sick, said Hippocrates. Just as baseless beliefs can be likened to mental diseases, one must be willing to abandon them to achieve true healing and enlightenment. Therefore, start with a clean slate. Before I end this brief presentation, Shloka 438, Sri Krishna says, "There is certainly nothing more purifying than knowledge. He who is perfect in yoga finds it in the self in due course of time." Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.